price to manufacture more intelligent products will inevitably rise due to the extra components in development. However, since the production cost of such computer-type goods is rapidly decreasing, the cost of more Wi-Fi enabled gadgets shouldn't be too impactful overall on companies. As for robots and factories using them to create most goods, the price on robots can be quite expensive, but when you consider the fact that robots don't need food, oxygen, or water or any facilities, the price of robots versus the price of many complaining workers is actually quite cheap. Obviously, if intelligent items take part in the work industry, less human assets will be necessary in many professions. Computers can work faster, longer, and require less resources to provide for than most humans do. However, fortunately for people in technology fields, the demand for proficient workers will increase as the demand for computer and technology-based goods increases. This will cause a spike in computer science fields, most likely larger than the ones we've recently seen in the past. There's a huge benefit residing in the possibility of internet-enhanced buildings and infrastructure. Power usage alone could be used to save companies thousands of dollars monthly and even more on an annual scale, given the proper implementation of simple motion sensing technology. Companies like NASA boast a 91 gigabits per second internet speed, allowing workers to download, upload, and browse information at unheard of paces, thus increasing workflow and productivity for the company. As for government participation in the Internet of Things, laws and implementation processes are actually already being made and have been being made for a long time. The Committee on Science, Space, and Technology is constantly forming, reforming, and passing laws that concern the protection of people and important assets in this rapidly industrializing country we live in. While there's little you can do to protect yourself from small-scale cyber attacks, there are very large and very many agencies in the U.S. that protect our country from large-scale cybercrime. Some of these entities include the NSA and FBI, who spend enormous amounts of time, effort, and money on making intelligent technology safe to use.
Internet of Things impacts everything that connects to the internet, and the gaming industry as well. Gaming industry, as in video game developers creating programs to be played on a television screen. IoT impacts gaming by presenting video games, game companies, and game content to the internet where people can see. This helps newly released games, gaming systems, and gaming products be known and bought. Gaming industry has grown enormously over the years because of IoT. Video games were invented, there was no use of internet, and it was meant to be played by a single person or someone who was next to you for a co-op experience. With the help of IoT, video games was able to connect to the internet, and players were able to play with other players worldwide, which made video games more popular. IoT impacts profit for game developers like Epic Games, Treyarch, Square Enix, and many more. Game companies showcase their games on the internet, and some games will be more popular than others. More revenue for the most accomplished company. There is an increase in jobs and career path in the game development. People can go to college and study to become a game developer. IoT can help in improving the innovative interactive entertainment. Players are used to playing video games by holding a controller or a keyboard and mouse. An invention called VR, or virtual reality, lets players play simulated environments in a first-person view via a headset. Soon, new, better inventions will come in the future.
While the emergence of new technologies will be beneficial to most of the billion or so smart device users today, There are several far-reaching implications that will soon be realized in our world as the Internet of Things continues to deepen its influence on our culture. When thinking about the Internet of Things and how it promises to make our lives more convenient, contribute to better health, and create career opportunities paying favorable wages, should we not also consider how these new technologies will affect our privacy, the ethics of the powers that be, and also our senior citizens who are already affected by a tremendous lack of technical skills? These are but a few concerns that bear attention as we move into the age of the never-ending digital device. It should stand to reason that privacy is at the forefront of concerns when it comes to the Internet of Things. As of late, policymakers are requiring those businesses that collect your personal data to make a full disclosure of how that data will be used and protected. This challenge will increase as more devices become connected to the Internet and consumers purchase those devices and sync them together. Because of the collaborative nature of some smart devices, more personal types of data become available, such as biometric data, personal tracking, and activities that take place inside homes, offices, and vehicles. When the Internet of Things has reached its full capacity, will individuals have any privacy at all? Users should carefully weigh the risk as they seek the convenience of technology. When it comes to technology, our seniors have many challenges, such as being unaware of a device's full capabilities. Without understanding how these devices operate, they may activate an unintentional feature, placing them in danger. Seniors are encouraged to have interior monitoring devices as well as other smart objects available inside their home for safety and protection, such as in the case of a fall. With these devices, family and authorities can look inside the home to assess if the person is safe and secure. If authorized users can see in, so can criminals. This can leave our seniors defenseless should a predator show up at their door or break in while they are alone. Additionally, many smart devices are now equipped with a reset option that allows the device to revert back to the original manufacturer's settings, which include a standard default password that accompanies new products when they are purchased. A criminal who gets access to one of these devices now has full access and security is completely gone. The question is, when does the use of a smart device move from a safety mechanism to one that endangers our loved ones? These concerns need to be carefully evaluated by manufacturers and lawmakers alike. As mentioned, when the Internet of Things is in full bloom, more data and more personal data will be collected. And as users, we will be depending on authorities to exhibit the highest level of ethics. But in reality, will we be able to do so? Probably not. Those responsible for securing such data have a legal obligation to protect consumers' private information, but many will find it more advantageous toward their own objectives to ignore privacy laws. When ethics fails, and it probably will, we can expect to see police breaching smart locks to enter homes without warrants or proper notification to homeowners. We can expect businesses and employers to prejudge consumers and job applicants. We can expect insurance companies to increase premiums or refuse coverage at all. Here are a few real-life scenarios we should anticipate. A consumer receives an insurance premium increase because their smart refrigerator was opened several times during the wee hours of the night, or because their Walmart grocery app included too much ice cream and chips. the insurance company will use that data and assess that the individual is a health liability. How about this one? You arrive home from a dinner party. 5 minutes after you arrive, the police knock on your door to administer an alcohol test. Why? Because the biometric data on your smartwatch signals that you are above the legal alcohol limit to drive, yet your car indicates that you have been driving for the past 20 minutes. Another consideration is with the use of a smart TV. Most are fully equipped with a functioning two-way camera and microphone designed for apps such as Skype. The reality is, if you have one of these TVs in your bedroom, you should disconnect it when not in use so that intimate and personal activities are not being monitored. All of these ethical concerns should be carefully considered by consumers. Our society as a whole will be dramatically impacted by the emergence of the Internet of Things, and every consumer should take responsibility to become fully educated about how these implications will affect them and their loved ones on a personal level.